have the pleasure today of speaking with Kathleen Brigidina, who's the Community Engagement Coordinator and Artist Liaison for just this beautiful organization, TreeSisters. Welcome, Kathleen. It's so lovely to have you here and be able to chat with you.
Buenas noches. It's my honor to be here.
So Kathleen, I would love to ask you a little bit about this space of bringing worlds together, no? This vision that we're all here, that's all uniting us here within this space of bringing the global North and the global South together, or bringing in voices that we don't typically hear, that have been often just invisibilized or silenced historically or within our spaces. And I know that TreeSisters is really working within these spaces of bringing in the unheard voices, whether it's of the indigenous peoples or of the trees and the earth that are central to the work that you do in this world. So I would love for you to speak into that, into this vision, and what can we do with these voices, and why is it important?
Thank you, Anne. And, first of all, I just want to thank you for bringing everyone together for this mission and weaving the North together with the South for the women across the world is a key piece of what TreeSisters is all about, and connecting with our nature and the truth of the feminine nature that we're all part of. And so we're so excited to be part of that. And, there's a lot of work to be done. And we're here ready to start and to begin with you. We do have the Indigenous Wisdom calls, and I know that you were on Friday as a way, but there's other ways that we want to bring all of the voices together, to share our differences and similarities together.
And can you speak a little bit into how you're weaving that into the very fabric of TreeSisters as an organization, and also, I know that you work as a creative doula. Just what is the space that we're in right now of how do you see us moving forward with these voices? What is our responsibility? What do you see us doing moving forward?
Well, we work with 13 different planting projects in the rainforest communities. And so our rainforest, our planting, reforestation, and green cover managers are working to connect more deeply with the communities that we are planting in. And not only about the trees and the land, but the people and how that's affecting their lives and changing their lives and what they need, and to continue to do this and to learn from them as to what the direction is going forward. We have a creative community. We have a large community of people who want to belong, who want to come together, who want to share experiences. And that's developed out of, TreeSisters organization. And so we have a place called The Nest. And I've invited you to also to bring together the facilitators and the circles that you've been working with into The Nest. And, that you are so welcome to be there and to have a space in order to belong and to share and to teach us what we need to know and to understand about your work and, what it is with nature, your nature connections and, trees and all of nature that you're connected to, that the women are connected to, and all over the planet, and it's absolutely essential, really. Yes.
And what do you see us all gathering together to do? Where are we going?
I think that we're going to create a new world, really. And, I know that sounds like a big task, but, using the creativity and using our imaginations to envision what that would be like, there's really no stopping us. And to be able to do that together, we're stronger, like the ecosystem of a tree. We work together. We, know what needs to be nourished, and we look out for the whole, we look out for each other instead of being separate or working against each other ever again. And then I think that naturally we'll just be building a better world for everyone, and to have spaces where people can come together and share their visions and to share their voices, where no voice is silenced. And that we can also, again, learn from each other and learn what brings us together, how our differences really are necessary. In order to have a healthy ecosystem, there has to be differences. There has to be a lot of different things coming together.
And I would love for you to speak into your own gifts into this space. No, what does it mean to be a creative doula? And just a bit of your work as an artist liaison, and how are you pulling in these voices and calling them forward?
Well, it's a gift. It really comes from Earth, that I can hear that all of these emerging creative voices that are coming to the surface to be heard in, creative ways, but also every way is creative. It's not just particular to art or painting or music. It's the voice and the energy of that vision of what life is, what nature is, and the truth of our connection to each other. As far as the work that I do, bringing community together, it's listening. It's about listening to the community, and everyone who is attracted to TreeSisters also is attracted to bring their voice forward, to like, this is what I'm here to say. And everyone, it's in everyone's DNA. There's a message. And I believe that everyone is bringing, and they're all part of the puzzle when it all comes down to it, of this better way of being. And I was looking at the other speakers that you have, and I know there's a poet and there's a spiritual ceremonialist, and I would love to invite them to come in and to express themselves all by themselves, just have the spotlight on their work and what they do, because that also inspires others in the community to do the same. And I think then we create a ripple effect once we open up the floor for all the voices of Earth, or the voices of nature, to be heard exactly how they come through, without any filtering.
Yeah, and also you're just making me just think of how we've spoken about this before, this vision, of this tree that could be turned side by side, that then looks like just representing the north and the south or whatever, and then it could be turned side by side, as it does with the earth that keeps on turning anyway.
I love your vision of that.
And when it's turned side by side, then it looks like lungs, which the trees are. They're the lungs of our planet. But thinking about it as peoples coming together, as well as breathing, like the breath coming from the unity of these two sides, and how it's the alchemy that happens when you bring spaces together, peoples together, voices together that don't usually come, or the disruptions that are allowed in how I see myself, and all of a sudden I'm able to see myself differently. Or
yeah, I love that vision of the lungs by turning the tree on its side, and realizing that there is other people on the planet at the same time as we are, and we're all one part of one thing. That there isn't like up here and down here. It's more like we're here together. We're moving and being pulled by the gravity of Earth into, into her heart, into her arms together. And, we can, the alchemy that you talk about, that's the unseen, that we trust that there is something that is coming through us for something better. And if we don't listen to everyone, we won't get there. It can't happen with just a certain group of individuals saying that we want to do this. And it can't happen without listening to nature. It can't happen without listening to all women. It can't happen. It won't happen. And so that alchemy is truth, I think. It's just nature's truth wanting to come through us. And that's, I feel like the creative doula in me is just like, I just need to hold space. That's all I need to do. It just hold space. I don't control anything. I don't teach anything. I hold space for others to have a place to bring it and to grow it and to nurture it. And we think of it a lot like, what Earth does for us. She holds us and she gives us the space to be and to grow and to be nurtured and fed. And, why we should do that for each other in everything that we do. Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, Kathleen. I love that. I've been asking all the speakers to speak into anything that they would like to share with women in the North. And so I would love to ask you the same thing, but whatever is you feel, maybe to women of the South or to both, if there's anything that you feel, what you feel that you're here to share or to offer within the space.
Yeah, it's different. I can't wait to hear what they all share. That's all I can say, really. I'm hungry to know the truth about nature and the truth about living close to nature and the truth about from the women, the mothers, the grandmothers of the South, and to know what their truth is and to know what they may or may not need from us. What can we do in the North? How can we come together and be there and in support and change the things that need to be changed and create a safe world for every woman, North and South. And there's a lot of what's coming to mind right now is the abuse that happens with women and also with nature, and the fact that there's a commonality there, that there's destruction to the very thing that supports us and births us. And there's destruction to the very essence of who we are as people. So I want us to all to understand that and have conversations, get to know each other, and come together, and rise together.
I really hope this is just the beginning of the conversation. And I also am so excited to see, and so moved to see what happens when we all these women who are gathering, who have gathered, and who are pulled to this space, what's going to happen? What can we weave together and beyond these spaces? So
Help it be magical.
Yeah. Kathleen, is there anything else that you'd like to share that you would like to mention? Or
just that I appreciate the work that you're doing and the women in the circles who have come together and the tree planting that you're all doing. I just appreciate you, and I appreciate the knowledge that you have in your heart, the knowledge that you are. And I want you to know that. I want you to know that we believe in you, we love you, and you belong with TreeSisters.
Oh, thank you, Kathleen. That means the world to me. I admire all that you are and all that you do so much. So it's an honor to be here to be starting starting our planting. Our
Everything's possible. Everything's possible. We just opened the doorway.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Wonderful. So then, thank you so much, Kathleen. Look forward to speaking more.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. See you soon.